In the story of Adam alayhi salam and his sons, a lot of the tricks of Shaitan are exposed, and probably because it's the formative eras of the world, we see this. So with Adam alayhi salam in the garden, we found like how Shaitan slowly takes people towards sins, right? And then Qabil and Habil, we saw like jealousy and how that affects a person. But one story you probably haven't heard before is the story of Shait alayhi salam and Qabil. Shait alayhi salam had his tribe, who was basically the tribe of believers, and Qabil's tribe had become like the rebellious, disbelieving tribe. And so Shait alayhi salam, his people were settled in the mountain, and they used to herd animals. And one of their rules was that they do not mingle with Qabil's tribe, who were settled in the valley and who were farmers. Of course, Shaitan, he wanted to circumvent this. So what he did is he went to Qabil's tribe, because that's who he has influence over, and he starts to create and fabricate instruments. When they see the instruments, they're like, oh, this is very interesting. We haven't seen this before. And they said, what is it? So he tells them that these are instruments, and this is what you can use to party, to have a good time, to sing and dance and do whatever you want, right? So Iblis is like, why don't you guys use these at your next harvest and just have a party about it? And they were like, that's a great idea. So Qabil's people, they have the harvest and they have the party and they start playing the music. Now what happens is the music travels, and the people of the mountain, they hear the music. When they hear the music, they become curious because they've never heard this before, and they start to mingle. When they mingle, they realize that Qabil's tribe has really ugly men and really beautiful women, and that Habil's tribe has really beautiful men and kind of ugly women. So when they see each other and they're entranced by each other's beauty, they end up doing zina. They end up in a major sin. And so this is why some of the scholars have called music zina of the ears, because it's like a gateway. It takes people slowly towards certain sins. And when we look at our modern world, it's filled with music. Everywhere we look, there's music, and the majority of popular music is glorifying some type of sin, or it is inspiring or inciting some type of sin, or it is used specifically for sins, like in the clubs, for example, to drink, or things like that. And so we have to be very careful, because some of the scholars have said that music is a haram outright, and others have said that it depends on the effect, that you have to monitor. Does this music, maybe like a nasheed, brings you closer to Allah and His Messenger? You can listen to that. But if it's something that makes you feel lust or feel envy or feel jealousy or feel all these negative things, then you have to realize that's a trick of Shaitan.